Hi, I'm Tony Sedera, FCTV's Program Coordinator. In this training tutorial, I'm going to show you a couple things. How to create a production, how to add episodes to that production, how to add crew, and how to reserve equipment. First thing you need to do is log in. So I'm going to click here in the upper right-hand portion of the screen. Then type in your name and your password. If you don't know your password, if you haven't used the system before, click on Forgot Your Password and entered the email address that you have on file with us here at FCTV. And then you hit Send Request, and that will send you a link to reset your password. I know my login name and my password, so I'm going to hit Login. Under username, I'm going to use my sample producer, sample user. And I'm going to enter my password. And if I'm the only person that uses this computer, I could click Remember Me, and then the system will attempt to log you back in automatically, if it can. If you use a shared computer when you share with your family or whatnot, we recommend that you don't do this. And we also recommend that you log out when you're done. So having entered my username and my password, I will now click Login. And now I'm logged in. You can see my username here. I can get to my profile and change my contact information. And I also have 3 sub-tabs: Home, Production, and Classes. We're going to click Production. As you can see, I've made quite a few sample productions. And we're going to teach you how to do the same. So to create a new production, click Create New. And I'm going to give my new production a name. And for the purposes of the tutorial, why don't we call this About Falmouth. And then I can hit Tab to go to the next box, or I can just click it with the mouse like that. And we'll say, oh, this is people, places, and issues about Falmouth. Certainly always good to have a description of your program. Now, under production type, I'm going to select the type of production that this is, and in this case, for the purposes of the tutorial, it's a public access program for FCTV's public channel. So I select that. And then I type in a runtime. Now, you might not know what the runtime of your program is going to be, certainly if you're doing a local event or a concert or something like that, but you can certainly estimate, and that always helps. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to enter a half hour, and to do that, I hit 00 hours, 30 minutes, and 00 seconds. Then I enter a creation date. By default, that is today. And I can put any additional notes that I want to put in about the program, like something like that. I'm going to hit Create next. Now you can see all the information I have about the production. Right now the production status is planning. And now I have additional things that I can do with the production, including reservations, base assets. Base assets are lists of equipment and facilities and packages that you use time and time again. This will help you later on as you become more used to the system, and it will quicken your ability to find what you need for future reservations. You can also add crew if you have individuals that you know who are using the system that you would like to add to the crew list. You can also schedule the crew to do different things, and you can also do episodes. Now, if you're doing a single production, you don't necessarily have to create episodes, but for this tutorial, we're going to show you how to create episodes. Episodes are an excellent way to organize all your reservations and track them and whatnot. So to create an episode for my program about Falmouth, I'm going to click Episodes. And here right now you can see I have no episodes, so I'm going to add an episode by clicking here. To create an episode, I just enter a name, and we'll call this episode Commodores about our baseball team. It is a public access production, and I'm guessing the runtime will be about a half hour, just like we already said. Certain episodes can be any length you want them to be. And then I'm going to hit save. And as you can see, I've now got listed one of my episodes. To add reservations for that particular episode, I then go in and hit edit. I'm going to take a look at the other tabs here. In Crew, you can see it has me listed as the producer, and I have yet to set permissions. So I will go in and modify this crew by checking this box, hitting Update Crew, and I'm going to give myself permissions to view and modify everything about this episode. I hit save, and you can see it automatically updates. It is this person that you will be assigning the reservations to. If you have additional crew members, you can assign reservations to them as well. Now that I've got that set, I'm going to click Reservations and begin the process of creating a reservation for this episode. I simply click Add Reservation, and I get a new pop-up window. It has a whole bunch of stuff on it. The first thing you want to do is select the day and time for your reservation. I'm going to try Tuesday the 28th. And for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to say this is a studio show. And the limit you can have on a studio reservation is 4 hours. So we're going to try 4 p.m. And then we're going to set an end date. Now remember, when you set an end date, to do it after your begin date, otherwise you will get an error message. Let's see, 4 hours from 8 p.m. for 4 hours from 4 p.m. is 8 p.m. And now the system will search and show you the equipment, facilities, and packages that are available for that period. Also, I can assign the reservation to another crew member if I indeed had one. For now, we don't, so we're just going to make sure our name is listed there. Now, one of the things we can do here is we can reserve equipment, facilities, and packages. Equipment are individual items, such as cables or microphones, things that you might need for any particular production, a light kit, whatnot. Facilities is actually a list of facilities at FCTV, such as the Edit Lab, the Animation Room, the studio, and so on. Packages are groups of equipment that are usually reserved together, such as the JVC camera kit, and if you click on the plus, you can see all the stuff that's included with it. Another example would be the Mac Mini that you use to edit with. That includes the drawing pad. And a base configuration, again, are those base assets that as you learn the system, you will be able to add to your base assets. And this will make it quicker for you to reserve facilities that you commonly use for your program. Right now, we're going to reserve the studio. We're going to reserve Control Room A. And just by checking them, and again, this is the search results for this period. If you don't see something in there, that means it's not available. Now I'm going to hit Request from All. Now I've added 2 reservation requests. Now I need to make sure that I have microphones for my show, so I go over to Equipment. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. To narrow my options, I can use the search function, and I'll just type in mic to list microphones. And often you'll have to page through. And I want 2 lapel microphones or lavalier microphones. And I'm going to check those off. I'm going to take 2 of them. And then again, I'm going to hit Request from All. Then I'm going to hit OK. And there are the items that I have reserved for Tuesday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Notice the status is requested. All reservation requests are requests and have to be approved by staff. The staff will make sure that you're certified for those particular pieces of equipment, and will approve them if you are. That, in a nutshell, is how we create productions and episodes and reservations for those episodes. Thanks for watching, and have a great shoot.